Hello everyone, welcome to video lecture series of satellite communication. Today's topic is GPS codes. In this video, I will give you a brief about the global positioning system. Then we are going to discuss about the generation of L1, L2 signals in GPS satellite. At the same time, how course acquisition code can be generated in a GPS system. Let us begin. First, to understand and just have a quick review about the GPS basics. What is global positioning system? Global positioning system, it is a navigation system which is based on a satellite, and GPS has created a revolution in navigation and position location. All of us are using GPS in almost everyone's daily life, and it is mainly used for positioning, navigation, monitoring and surveying applications. There are various other applications of the GPS, but commonly used for the mentioned one. The major advantage of satellite navigation is what? It's real-time positioning and timing synchronization. See, whenever you use the GPS, you used to get a real-time information where to move, in which particular direction you need to move. It means the real-time positioning information is being received. And satellite navigation system, it has become an integral part of almost most of the applications wherever there is a mobility. Means if mobility is a key parameter, then satellite navigation system can be effectively used. Let's talk about the GPS technical structure also. So the GPS space segment, it consists of total 24 satellites orbiting in medium Earth orbit, and the satellite orbits, these are at an altitude of approximately 20,200 kilometer, and the inclination means the orbital inclination is about 55 degree. So here all the 24 satellites are clustered in a group of 4, means in one group there are 6 satellites. Orbital period is about 1/2 of the sidereal day, that is about 11 hours and 58 minutes. And large number of GPS receivers can operate simultaneously and provide services. So it's not required that only one receiver is going to operate. Multiple number of receivers can operate simultaneously. There is one more example of the position locationing principle, which is known as LORAN. LORAN is what? It is a long range navigation. It is also used for the navigation purpose, but in this particular case, the accuracy and reliability is less in comparison to the GPS. GPS provides us 24-hour service worldwide. It is very accurate and gives three-dimensional locational information. Three-dimensional location information is what? Longitude, latitude and altitude. And it provides continuous real-time information. All of us are observing it. And it can serve to an unlimited number of worldwide users. Here the number of users are not limited. Unlimited number of users can be getting a services with the help of the GPS. Now, before moving to the GPS code, first we need to understand about the frequencies which are used in GPS satellite. So GPS satellite transmits two signals at the different frequencies, and these are known as L1 and L2. What is L1 and what is L2? Let us talk about this. So L1 is a frequency carrier which is modulated at 1.023 megabits per second PN sequence, which is known as a C/A code, which is a course acquisition code, and this is utilized by civilians. You must remember it where it is going to used. So this particular code or this frequency, this is available for the public use, and it also carries P code quadrature modulation. But here you must be curious, what is this P code? So P code is a precision code. Let us talk about it. So when we are talking about the L2 signal, it is modulated at 10.23 megabits per second. Pseudo-random, that is PN bit sequence, and it is known as a P code or precision code. This particular code is used by military positioning system. Because this is used by military positioning system, it means there must be a requirement of the privacy, confidentiality of the data, means it is transmitted in an encrypted form which is known as Y code. It means it restricts the use of it precision code for the authorized users. Now, let us discuss how the L1 and L2 signals are generated in GPS satellite. So first we need to draw the diagram. So this is the diagram via which you can understand how the L1 and L2 signals are being generated. You can see here is a L1 frequency generation, L2 frequency generation, course acquisition code, precision code, there is a navigation message, and at the output we require what? L1 and L2 signal. So if you observe this particular diagram, let us understand it in more detail. See, all the satellites in the GPS system, it transmits what? All the satellites transmit C by A, that is the course acquisition code, and it is at the same carrier frequency. The carrier frequency is what? 1575.42 megahertz, which is known as L1 over here, and this is done by using BPSK modulation. So here the modulation is BPSK modulation. And the L1 frequency, this is 154 times the master clock frequency, means L1 frequency you can calculate, this is equal to 154 times master frequency, and the master frequency is what? 10.23 megahertz. So the clock rate of course acquisition code, that is 1.023 Mbps, you can see, and the C by A code sequence, this code sequence has 1023 bits. So C by A code, it has 1023 bits, so that the PN sequence, it lasts exactly 1 millisecond, right? And the exact values of frequencies are about 0.005 hertz, that is being like, that can be observed and calculated also. And here the transmission of P code, this precision code, it is done by using BPSK modulation at L2 carrier frequency, and the L2 carrier frequency is what? 1227.6 megahertz. Here the L2 frequency, that is 120 times the frequency of the, as we have calculated in the case of the L1. So here it is 120 times the master clock frequency, and the master clock frequency is 10.23 megahertz. So L2 frequency, you can see this is 120 times the master clock frequency, which is 10.23 megahertz. So you can see what is L2, it will be coming out as 1227.6, and it is also transmitted with BPSK modulation on the L1 carrier frequency in phase quadrature with C by A code, right? So C by A code, this particular course acquisition code and the precision codes, these are transmitted from all GPS satellites, and these are overlaid in L1 and L2 frequency bands, means they are going to make a GPS a direct sequence spread spectrum system. Direct sequence spread spectrum system. This is a very important point, right? It means at the receiver, the signal from the individual GPS satellites are separated by using the knowledge of this particular C by A code, and which is allocated for each and every satellite. So accordingly we will be getting L1 and L2 signal. Now let us understand in detail about how coarse acquisition code is generated. See, we are saying that the signals from the individual GPS satellites can be separated by the knowledge of the unique coarse acquisition code which is allocated to each satellite. But how this unique code is allocated to the satellite? So here first we need to draw the diagram for the generation of coarse acquisition code in a GPS system. This is the diagram. You can see in this particular diagram there are two generators, G1 generator, G2 generator, and at the output you can see coarse acquisition code is generated. The coarse acquisition code, which is the C by A code, which is transmitted by a GPS satellite, are all at 1023 bits gold codes, and the GPS C by A gold codes, these are created from two 1023 bits M sequence, that is G1 and G2. So they are created from this, and a M sequence, it is a maximum length pseudo number sequence, M sequence or maximum length pseudo number sequence. It is very easy to generate with the help of a shift register and feedback taps. Here you can see the shift register is what? G1, and there is one more shift register G2. See, as the shift register with n stages can generate a PN sequence of 2 raised to the power n minus 1, right? So if in this particular case we assume that the PN sequences, that is G1 and G2, these are both generated by 10 bits shift registers. You can see there are 10 bits in shift register G1 and 10 bits in shift register G2 also. It means these PN sequences will be how much long? 2 raised to the power 10 minus 1, that is 1023 bits, right? And the clock rate for C by A code is what? Clock rate is set as 1.023 megahertz, so that each sequence lasts for 1 millisecond, because PN sequence length is 1023 bits. It means for a particular satellite, if we talk about in the GPS system, so the coarse acquisition code or C by code, this code is created with the help of an algorithm. And that algorithm, in that algorithm, an identification number of the GPS satellite must be available, and corresponding to it, it creates a unique code for each satellite. So a unique code is created for each and every satellite depending upon the identification number of the satellite. So for a satellite, if we say I is the ID number is the identification number. So a coarse acquisition code sequence for this, it could be written as what? Ci of t, and this code can be calculated as Ci of t, this is equal to G1 t into G2 t plus 10 I TC. And here TC, this is the clock period of C by A code. This is the clock period of C by A code, coarse acquisition code. So this is how it could be calculated. But you must remember that there are total 64 gold sequences which are available for satellite number starting from 1 to 64, and a total of 100 gold sequences could be created by using the algorithm which we have explained over here. It means a total of 100 gold sequence it could be created, And it has been observed that out of these 100, not all the sequences have sufficient low cross correlation algorithm, but out of this only 37 sequences are actually used in the GPS system. So this is how you can explain how the course acquisition code is generated in a GPS system. Thank you so much for watching this video.